Rufus enjoys the vanilla wafer. Let's see if he'll take a bite. Come here, Rufus. Georgia College's CAT crew, through the campus outreach program, helps movers move in. Janice Crisp says that it made move-in a breeze. Now these big peaches right here look ready to me, but Lane says that with the early crop, they're still a little yellow on the peaches, so they're not quite ready to be picked. It all started as a pre-festival leading up to the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, and it's turned into, well, this. They all start in this factory, but Georgia chopsticks reach from Americas to China, Japan, and Korea.
We'll manufacture chopsticks.
The company uses logs from poplar and sweet gum trees.
We cut them down to 17 inches, and we run them through a veneering machine, which peels them out into a sheet. Then we run them through a chopping machine.
Sean Nelson, a worker here at Georgia Chopsticks, says that they make 2,400 chopsticks a minute. That's close to 1 million chopsticks per day. Their machines run about 12 hours a day, but the company wants to expand.
What we'd like to do is run this plant 24 hours a day and do 3 to 4 million chopsticks a day fairly quickly.
Part owner David Hughes has been in construction for 37 years. He says he got into the chopstick business after a friendly meeting last October.
I met these guys from Korea in just conversations about needs in Asia. And we discussed wood, and we went to my farm and cut some trees, and they sent them to Asia, and they seemed to work, so we bought some equipment.
8 months and 3 locations later, the factory is growing in Americas. Hughes says their Asian buyers prefer the Georgia wood and their low prices.
Oh, I think it's a great thing for Georgia and America that we can ship anything to China and employ people here.
Well, now China will be getting something that says made in the USA instead of us getting all of our products saying made in China.
Reporting in Americas, Jennifer Moulet, 13 WMAZ, Eyewitness News.
Didn't know it was here. It looks like it's a pretty nice place.
Just a stone's throw from Interstate 75 lies something you may be surprised to see in Byron.
I looked at it from the aspect of bringing something that we didn't have around here anywhere. I wanted the tasting room so that we could entice some people off the interstate, get some people to stop in Byron.
The Cane River Vineyard grows 6 different varieties of muscadine grapes in hopes of one day bottling their own blends.
Ison, Supreme, Magnolia, Carlos, Pam, we got Noble too.
Browning says with no rain, he's spritzing these vines 4 times a week instead of just once.
The pipe, and I'm putting it straight into where the base of the vine's at.
Now, as you can see behind me, there are green patches. That shows where the irrigation system comes through. Browning says that he uses 2.5 gallons of water per vine per hour. So what brings a West Virginia native to Central Georgia? Browning says he used to be a sports cameraman for network television, but at a college football game 17 years ago, his career changed in a flash.
I got struck by lightning at University of Alabama, and that was the last day that I worked, October 22nd, 1994.
He says that left him unable to drive for 10 years.
Being put in a position like in the next few minutes to where that you couldn't drive for 10 years. Every time you wanted to go somewhere, somebody had to take you.
After the accident, Browning and his family settled in Byron. He says he's poured his heart into the challenge of tapping into Central Georgia's small but growing wine country.
Really thankful to be here.
He plans to harvest the fruits of his labor this September and says he can't wait to pop the cork on his new creations. Reporting from Byron, Jennifer Moulet, 13 WMAZ, Eyewitness News. Senior and Group Commander of ROTC at Northside High School, Ethan Hendricks, says he was honored to represent his school and post the colors for Mark Downer.
To show our appreciation in his service to this country and to show our respects to his family.
Army Specialist Downer graduated in 2005 from Northside High School and enlisted in the military as a medic. Downer died during an attack on his unit in Afghanistan last week.
He gave his life up for something that meant something, and that's very important to me, and it should be important to every individual of this country.
Hendricks says he plans to join the military like Downer after he graduates. He says there's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer, and he hopes that seeing fellow Eagles lining the streets shows his family how important Downer was to the Warner Robins community.
a good family back home, support, understanding, and appreciation for what he did.
Specialist Mark Downer's father said when he passed Northside High School this morning and saw the outpouring of support from the students, he was overwhelmed.
It eases the pain some, and we really appreciate a heartfelt thank you to everyone, from my wife and myself, my whole family.
Downer's father says he just wants to pay it forward and support another family that may go through the same grief. Jennifer Moulet, 13 WMAZ, Eyewitness News.